been a while since we guys talked, and I think it's time for me to give an explanation and an apology. Now, I've been talking with a few of you guys on the Instagrams, and the thing I noticed is that a lot of you, they're really interested in the things I do and the things how I got here where I am today. That's part of the reason why I asked you guys to do a Q&A. So that's what I'm gonna do today, the first Q&A on the Tom's Odyssey channel. Now, I got a lot of questions and will not be able to do all of them because I don't want to make this video too long. So let's start with the first one. Who is your biggest inspiration? And I picked this one because I really love this question. I mean, how do we get somewhere where we want to be? Well, we always look up to some people in our life, if it's just family around us or if it's like famous people or I don't know, someone you look up to. I'm here where I'm standing today because of a few of those people. And the first one is not because it's like directly film linked. Well, it is. I can actually show you. It's David Attenborough. It's one of my big, I mean, I have a bunch of these laying around.
I've been lucky enough to spend my time traveling around the earth, documenting those animals and those plants.
It was one of the first that had an impact on me on the natural world, why I always wanted to do something bigger in life. I wanted to see the world, I wanted to see all the animals, and especially all of that underwater related stuff. And I just fell in love with the way he was making movies, the way he was exploring the world and telling us what all these things, or all these little critters and all these little animals would do. And not only him, also National Geographic channel. I was always watching TV, always watching these nature documentaries, everything that was with underwater world, with whales and dolphins and everything like that. And that made me to who I am today and made me wanting to know more and getting curious about all these things. So about the nature and the biology part, that was one of my biggest inspirations. We're also talking film these days. I came into this with YouTube and it just felt like I had the power to make stuff and I could do something. That was really cool. And the first time I could actually make something, like think about something and then create it. Now, I've looked at a lot of people on YouTube, people like Casey Neistat.
Or when I first said I wanted to make movies, and it was, you can't, you didn't go to film school.
You have Mr. Ben Brown. Fun for Louis, all those daily vloggers.
The A7R Mark II. This charges by USB 2, which is handy.
All of those are also a really big inspiration for me because they're doing what they love and they show that you can do whatever you want in this life as long as you love doing it. It's not that much of a job. Which brings us to the next question, and that's, what am I doing outside of YouTube? This is actually part of the answer why I haven't been here for like a month or something. I haven't been uploading. For me, I'm feeling like I'm the person to translate everything which is really complicated into the science part and then put that around to the public so in easy words that everyone can understand. I also needed to become better in making videos, making YouTube videos. I learned everything on my own, so I know the struggle of going to all the YouTube videos and trying to edit on your own and learning everything by yourself. I needed to go to the source, and by doing that I asked for an internship in this production company called Media Life, and I did learn a ton this last few months. Just these few months, been going everywhere with them, been going editing and everything. They're such wonderful people out there, and being out there in a creative team, it really sparked all of my interests, all of my ideas. There were days that I was working from 9 o'clock in the morning till 8 or 10 o'clock in the evening. Like didn't have any time to make these videos for you. So I decided to keep holding up on the content until I could provide you guys with something more. And that's what is coming in the next few weeks. And the last question is like, which camera gear or what gear did I use to make my first ever video? Not even for YouTube, but my first ever video. I don't have the camera because it was from a friend, but you know those really old hand cam from Sony. It looked a little bit like this, like a really cheap, well, it wasn't cheap back in the day, but it got the job done, and I got my interest in making videos and making stuff. But what I wanted to show you guys was my first ever YouTube video, which is actually on another channel, so I'm gonna link it down in the description below and probably in the end screen. Just check it out and see if you can spot the difference. It took a little cringe sometimes. So I just wanted to show you that it doesn't matter where you start, it doesn't matter who you are, what gear you have, even if it's just an iPhone or something like that. Just start filming, just sparkle your interest. If you do love film and photography, just go out there and shoot the stuff. Because only by repetition and doing it, you're gonna learn, and someday you're gonna make that click. You only get that by keep practicing. For the ones who were on the Instagrams, they know I've been to Greece in Zakynthos. I will be seeing you in that video. After that, we're gonna go back to the Instagram stories and all the other tutorials also, but also inspirational stuff, because that is important. Stay creative, inspire yourself.